Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. I am back with another video, and today, long live the king. Okay, so if you got that little bit of a tidbit there, you probably know I just got back from seeing Godzilla, King of the Monsters from the theater. Probably can already see from my t-shirt. You probably already saw my Godzilla, King of the Monsters and original 1954 review, but I am really excited to talk about this new movie that just came out. And like I said, I just got back from the theater, so I'm really still digesting it. But I'm going to give you guys a spoiler-free review. So I'm not going to spoil everything because there's so much to see and so much to talk about. And I really enjoyed it. There were parts that I didn't care for, and there are things that I really loved, and there are things that I felt that could have been done better. And I know that they can improve upon it with the next movie that's coming out next year. So, where to go with it? Well, the movie is a sequel to the 2014 Godzilla movie, and it pretty much starts off with that aftermath. It's almost like Godzilla 1985 and then Godzilla versus Biollante, in a sense that, like, you know, okay, like, how many years have passed and now things have changed and things are different in that respect. And at the same time, it's a lot like Godzilla Final Wars and Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's an all-out monster brawl and a lot of monster action. One of the things that I had a really big problem with the 2014 movie was that it was 8 minutes of Godzilla, and everything else was kind of like surrounding that. But you're like, okay, well, I want to see Godzilla. Okay, you're teasing it. I can't see what's going on. And this one, they pulled out all the stops, and they let all the monster action happen. But the problem I had with this movie, and without actually getting, like, again, I'm not going to spoil it, is that the monster action is very much like Transformers. It's like in your face. Not that I didn't like that monster action. I wouldn't have minded if they went from those shots to more like spread out shots of like actual fighting. And there are some bits of that, but if they did a little bit more of that during the action, it would have felt a little bit more enjoyable, because it was almost disorientating. And I sat pretty far back. I made sure that when I saw the movie that I did not sit like third row. Normally I like to sit like right in the middle of the theater. This movie, you're gonna need to sit back and kind of like watch it. Maybe if you can get like a seat in the back row, that's the place to sit, because if you're too close, you're not gonna be able to see what's going on. There's so much stuff happening all over the place. The main issue I have, I don't really care about the humans. And that's pretty much like standard Godzilla fare. If you really honestly think about it, when you break down Godzilla movies, you never really care about the humans. And here, the only person that I actually cared about was Ken Watanabe's character. And, you know, he has some pretty interesting arcs that go through the movie, but it's kind of like just things that are happening because the monsters are the most important thing. And that really is, you know, the basis of the story is, you know, we need to like get to Godzilla. We need to get here. We need to get there because the monsters are there. And that made a lot of sense for me, at least as far as like making it a good, you know, movie in a sense, because that's what you want to see. You want to see monster action. You don't want to see humans interacting and talking about this and talking about that. And granted, you're going to expect that out of any Godzilla movie. There is a couple of callbacks. Actually, there's a lot of callbacks to, first of all, a few of the movies in the Godzilla series, and especially the original 1954 Godzilla. Since I just reviewed it, it was kind of like, it's like literally like right in front of my face. I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is, right there. You can see it plain as day. They literally show it to you, if you know what I'm talking about. And there's also a lot of musical cues. There's like newer, updated versions of Akira Ifukube's, you know, classic Godzilla theme, that bum 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 bum, you know, those type of things. And I'm glad they're there. I'm really glad that they're there because the cues are there. And other than that, like there's a lot of really cool action, a lot of explosions. Things happen. This is pretty much like the way that this movie behaves is very much like Godzilla Final Wars, in that like citywide devastation, explosions, monsters in your face. But the one thing about Final Wars, and I want to say this about Godzilla Final Wars, is that like Godzilla has action and then it's done and over with, and then of course there's the alien and human action and interaction in Godzilla Final Wars. In this, the monster action is, I would almost say it's very satisfying. You know what's going to happen. They are focused on the monsters most of the time when the action is happening. There are a couple of moments where I'm like, I don't want to see it from this point of view. I don't want to see it from the worm's eye point of view and see the monsters happening this way. I want to see this. And that's pretty much my most complaint of this movie. And, you know, I'm really glad they're setting up for what's happening next. Of course, we know that Kong Skull Island comes out next year, and I'm also glad there's a reason why he's called Kong and not King Kong. So I'm very, very glad that that is the case. So I'm eager to see where they go with it from here. Long live the king. But I want to know what you guys think. Did you guys see Godzilla King of the Monsters? If you have, of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you didn't see Godzilla King of the Monsters and you've now seen my review and you're like, should I see it? Yes. If you're a Godzilla fan, definitely go see this movie. If you're even just mildly a Godzilla fan, here's the thing. I've seen other people's reviews. I've seen a lot of, I've only seen like 3 or 4 people's reviews online, most of the big ones, and they gave their reviews like, well, I'm not really a Godzilla fan, so I don't really care. And you know something? If you're a Godzilla fan, you need to see this movie, and you'll get a kick out of it. You'll like the monster action. You know, it is not a perfect movie by a long shot. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be kaiju action happening on screen. Go see this movie. Again, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. I've got plenty more videos coming soon. You can tell how excited I am. I really, really dug this. So follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Check out my main channel. I've got lots more stuff coming down the road. So as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.